It's an appalling injustice, isn't it? And a total failure of our legal system.
A lot of people are quite unhappy. They support your cause, but they're unhappy with how you're making your political statement. What would you say to them?
I think I'd say to you, Aisha, that I think you probably know better than this. I think you're a very intelligent woman. And I think
Thank
most of your
you.
listeners probably know better than this as well. I'm not patronising you. I mean that as a woman to a woman. So what I mean is that actually, when we're in a situation when we're facing catastrophic, irreversible harm, which is actually agreed, the court that tried these five people, and the prosecution agreed certain facts, including that we're facing existential threat and that it's catastrophic, irreversible, and that we are in that zone irreversible harm right now, and that the government are making it worse. They agreed those things as facts in the court. So when we're in this situation of the loss of everything, and I mean everything, our ability to eat, drink, live, survive, see our children, everything, to not act is an enormous act of omission, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not a case of just of having a nice, tidy choice. We might have had a nice, tidy choice 30, 40 years ago. We are in catastrophic, irreversible territory, Aisha. There is no nice choice anymore.
And what would you say then to people who they're just trying to go about their everyday lives as well? People are, everyone's struggling at the moment. People might have, missed work. They might have missed hospital appointments. They're very angry as well. I mean, I spoke to Dale Vince. I mean, I have him regularly on my show, and he has kind of also said, look, and he really supports the green agenda. You can't accuse Dale Vince of not supporting the green agenda, but he said, look, I think some of these ways of protesting are sort of really damaging the overall message. What do you say to those people who have a lot of respect for your argument, and they have a lot of sympathy, and they share a lot of your aims, but they do think you're putting people off?
There's no evidence base for that, Aisha, and the fact that Dale Vince actually was outside Southwark Crown Court yesterday, speaking in support and solidarity with these five ordinary people, and demands that the government actually release them. So I think you need to update your facts on that. Dale Vince is fully in support that these people are being persecuted by the state. They're political prisoners and they should be released. And I think he has
come on my show and said that he of course he was a big Just Stop Oil supporter. And I think lots of people will think this jail sentence is a bit over the top, particularly as I said in my introduction, when you've got lots of full prisons. But I think the point, Zoe, is look, understand you're making a very, very compelling argument about how strongly you and many other people. I suppose it's just asking for a bit of empathy from your side. When lots of people's lives have been disrupted by these protests, do you have any sympathy or any empathy, just on a human level, for people just trying to get on with their day? They've got a lot of issues facing them. There are a lot of obstacles. Everyday life is hard right now. Would you not just have some sympathy or some empathy with how people feel?
Aisha, I have total sympathy and empathy, as do my colleagues across the civil resistance movements in the UK and beyond. That's why we do what we do. We have sympathy and empathy for humanity and our sisters and brothers across the world and our non-human relatives. We have so much sympathy and empathy. That's why we try and stop the harm.